So today is the day that I'm planning to go to Paraguay. I was planning to take this ferry crossing from Argentina directly to Paraguay, but it's Sunday, so it's closed. So now I have to drive into Brazil first. I'll be there for 10 minutes, and then I cross into Paraguay, hopefully. So let's see what happens. So this is the border to Brazil. Well, this is the Argentinian side. Then we're gonna cross a bridge and drive into Brazil. Almost made it, still sitting on the bike, waiting to be helped, but at least I'm in the shade. It is 33 degrees. Been waiting in the sun in full gear for about 40 minutes, so it's been warm. It is what it is. Well, I did get a little warm waiting in the lineup, but these little offices are the border with Brazil, which was very easy. It took 5 minutes. Well, 5 minutes, 5 seconds. And then Aduana is over there. They just had a look at my temporary import permit. They're canceling it. And so now I'm off to Brazil before I go to Paraguay. So we made it to the Brazilian side to leave again, which is this way. I've literally been in Brazil for about 15 kilometers, but I did get some documents. I just want to make sure it's all sorted out. So that's what we're doing here next. All right, once again, I have to check out my bike out of Brazil, and the guys at immigration send me straight to the customs of Paraguay. So I'm all sorted out for Paraguay, but I still need to check out my bike out of Brazil. So we're going back again. It's always a little bit of a gong show at these borders because I asked several people, nobody really knew how to stamp out my bike. I almost left, but fortunately I just came back and I found the right guy that stamped the bike out, so now it's officially out of Brazil again and into Paraguay. I also got lucky because I did get my migration stamp. Look at that lineup over my left shoulder. When I got there was one person ahead of me, so I got a little lucky there. And now I'm gonna get back to the bike and officially get into Paraguay. Breakfast. Let's go to the breakfast hall. There we go. Day one in Paraguay, we stayed in this really cool hotel. the Hotel Independencia, Hotel Independence. And now we're gonna make our way a little bit further east to probably Asuncion, and see what that city has to offer. Change, we're at BMW. I had some oil leakage. Guess what? The coolant pump has to be replaced now. So it's been a whole week without repairs. BMW driving me effing crazy. Seriously? I'll be coming back tomorrow to pick up the beast. And in the meantime, we're in Asunción, the capital of Paraguay. So I'll just have to explore that a little bit. So I'm once again at BMW, which partners up with Mini as well. And what's kind of fun is that photo up above there. So I'm in Paraguay, but that photo is taken in Holland because it has all the Dutch license plates over there. Here, let's check it out up close. There it is, Dutch Minis in Paraguay. So this time we are in BMW Paraguay in Asuncion. This is Hector, working on the bike because there's a little rattle in the left cylinder, as we can see, and so we're just gonna see if that part that he's working on is gonna fix that. So, gracias para su ayuda, señor Hector. Bueno. Despite not really wanting to have problems with my motorbike, it is always nice to be in a place like this with all these nice motorbikes around. So, anyway, the bike's almost ready. I had the coolant pump replaced and a couple of other things that were causing a bit of a rattle in my left cylinder. Yeah, it's just getting showered right now, and then we continue on again. Yay, yay. BMW Paraguay, Asunción, Paraguay. And of course, there goes the sticker. Just enjoying the sun coming through as it's been raining in Asunción all day long. Another biker. I have a next problem because my proximity key is not working properly anymore. So now I can only start the bike when I hold my key underneath my fender in the rear and press the start button. Oh dear. Anyway, that is pretty at least. So we just left Asunción on our way to Concepcion, and I thought, hey, let's go fuel up a little bit at a gas station. Problem that I'm having is that is my fuel tank gap. It won't open. So yeah, let's fix that. All right, first it's time to open up the good old toolkit. Slap this out of here and find the right tool to fix this baby. So I managed to open the tank again. Of course, a nice gentleman came along and provided some oil, etc. So now it's working again. Pretty important to have gas in the tank. So this gentleman's helping me fill it up, and then on we go again. Today just not having a good day. I was just driving and you might see some blood on my nose. Some big bug hit me as I was doing 130 or something like that. And so yeah, it looks like it's gonna stop again, but never had that before, that my nose actually started bleeding from some freaking bug. Roadkill they call that, I guess. Wow, so this beautifully paved highway turned into something different very quickly. It is dry, well, the road is wet, obviously, as you can tell. You can also hear the bike running in the background. My keyless or my sensor on my key is not working properly anymore, so I just try to keep it on. I don't really want to get stuck here and not have a bike that runs. I guess I'd be camping here. So anyway, that's one of the potholes that we're dealing with. As you can see, they are absolutely everywhere, and you can't tell how deep they are because there's water in it. That's the direction we're going. Hopefully there's no rain there, so let's go. Well guys, here we are in the middle of Paraguay, where now all of a sudden we have one lane that is very well paved. The other way, I don't know, maybe they just ran out of asphalt or something like that. But it's quite pretty. We're in a very lush place. This is kind of part of the Chaco National Park in Paraguay, which is hard to get into by motorbike because there's just no roads and stuff like that. But yeah, we have to go in that direction, and I just hope that it's not going to be raining. So let's see what happens. We'll continue on. Made it. I was kind of expecting asphalt all the way, but apparently the way through Chaco that I took, there are just no villages, no towns whatsoever. So half the time the road was sometime built, I guess, and then just never maintained. So but I made it here, drove around town a little bit to find the center, and I think I found it. So time for dinner and time to chill out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to Concepcion, which is one of the other bigger cities in Paraguay. It is pretty quiet on the road because it's Easter, and I did not really expect to have to do off-roading yesterday. I thought I was just doing highway, but the last bit, it was quite crazy. Just not maintained, or in some cases not even paved at all. Because of that, I ended up doing a bunch of off-road in the dark. But, you know, managed to get here today. Just gonna explore a little bit, see what Concepcion has to offer, even though, you know, everything seems to be closed, but I will. See the sand behind me? Orange, reddish. Well, that's what's on the bike, because that's obviously what's on the roads that are not paved here. But I'm just on the edge of Concepcion, just by this water. They have a lot of water out here. It's raining a lot, but I'm still having trouble finding other stuff to see in this place. They just are not built for tourists at all. So yeah, let's keep on going. Maybe we'll find something today. Finally, we found something pretty in Concepcion, and it is this big sort of statue or something like that. And then so we just keep walking a little bit on this center sidewalk in between the streets, and then we have, I don't know, what is that? Kind of a cool building over here. Let's check it out. So this yellow building behind me is a church, so I don't think that it's needed for me to go in there. You might think there's a party going on or something like that, but it's a car way down there that was going up and down with its beats. Anyway, we found a couple of nice things here in Concepcion. Let's keep on going, see if there's a couple more. See, when you go looking for nice things, every place has at least something. So here in Concepcion, we have an old-fashioned steamroller parked right in the middle of the road. Well, in between the road. We also have a train, a little steamer with cookies on the side. All right, I must admit, all these cool old-fashioned vehicles that they have on the middle of the road, that's kind of cool. There it is. So just walking in this direction towards the river, because it looks like an amazing sunset. So let's keep going there, see if we can get some nice shots. Meanwhile, I'm walking on the street. There's just the odd car and motorbike coming by. Otherwise, not much is happening today. Everything is shut down except for gas stations and ice cream shops. Very important. Finally, we're finding some cool spots here in Concepcion. Here is a pink hotel. Pretty cool. Right across from, I don't know, some other building. I'll show you without me too. Don't you worry. Here we go. There's not much that I can tell about this city, but apparently it was founded a couple hundred years ago. It used to be a big river port because it's on the river, evidently. But otherwise, there's not much to find about this place. So anyway, we might be walking up to a crime scene. I don't know. The road is blocked off. Oh no, we can walk there. All right, so let's go try it out. So while it was really hard in Asuncion to find like a nice city center or something like that, you know, I must say that the architecture is cool. They have, like the restaurants they do have and the coffee shops they do have, they look really pretty. They're well done. They're just scattered through the town, sort of, I guess. So I enjoyed it, but yeah, there's a but there. But apparently it's very good for economic investment. Taxes are low and all that kind of stuff. So don't write it off quite yet, but you're not going to be killed by tourism there. That's for sure. Well, we're getting closer to the sunset, but we might be too late, I'm afraid. So you might be able to see that there's like all these things in the middle of the road are candles, and they're everywhere. We have tiki torches here as well, so I'm very curious. They're probably all going to be lit tonight. So I'm gonna have to check that out. But in the meantime, here is the sunrise. That's it. Oh, and I guess there's some sort of party going on here. Meanwhile, not sure what kind of building this used to be, but it looks amazing. That would be fun to do something cool with a building like that. So what's happening behind me is basically Semana Santa, as they call it, the week of Easter, where they celebrate Christ and his suffering, Christos, as they call him here in Spanish. And there's a lot of people here and music, and so I'm just gonna watch exactly what the tradition here is. Oh, they're gonna start talking. Let's see what's going on. So everybody has one of these orange things, and it has a candle in it. So let's see how long they float. Getting more and more dark, closer, and the first one goes into the air.
Ahí se va otro globo, aplauso para esa familia, pidiendo el eterno descanso a su ser querido. Las bendiciones para todas las personas de este lugar. Otro aplauso, otra familia que pida a Dios bendiciones para su familia.
One just stuck in the tree. So the procession for Jesus Christ has just taken place on the other side of the block. It's a little hard to film with this phone, so we're gonna see if we can do it with our GoPro.